Hey everyone, Carlos here from The Difficult Truth. So let's talk about Bernie in 2020. Bernie Sanders has launched his campaign, and he has already, in about 4 hours, has already raised over $1.3 million, which is absolutely crazy. He's outraising Kamala Harris in her first day. Bernie Sanders is quickly rising as the top candidate for the Democratic Party as of right now. Things could always change. I mean, we're not even in 2020, but it's very clear that it's off to the races. Now, the real question is Bernie Sanders running for president a good idea? As a candidate, it is a very good idea. Bernie Sanders truly cares about this country and truly cares about the people in this country. And also, should he ever get on the same debate stage as Donald Trump, he most likely would wipe the floor with him. Because Bernie doesn't play those ad hominem games. He goes with policy and logic and reason. So in that sense, yeah, he's an amazing candidate. Now, the flip side to it is, remember in 2016, and I've talked about this before, in 2016, the Democratic Party suffered a kind of like a civil war, and a lot of those people who were Bernie or bust kind of defected the Democratic Party. If it's not my candidate, I'm out. And I mean, it's understandable. You're a citizen of the United States. You're supposed to vote for who you think is the best candidate. But at the same time, don't we have a moral obligation, ethical obligation, to choose the best candidate for this country that's going to do the least amount of harm if you have the choice of, the lesser evil? You should always choose the lesser of the two evils when given that choice. Now, I mean, yes, there are independent candidates, but unfortunately, our system doesn't allow for a third party to really flourish. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, I would love to see a third party be more in power, but right now our current system is a two-party system, period, right now. So out of the two parties, we must choose who will do the best for the country. And we cannot have another repeat of 2016 where, if Bernie didn't win, so a lot of those people defected, went to the third party, or even went to Trump, or just didn't vote at all. And we can't have that. The reality is we cannot afford another Trump presidency. We couldn't afford the first one in the first place, but we cannot afford another Trump presidency. If Bernie is to run, and I mean, he's going to definitely have my support for sure, but I'm just worried that if he were to, or as he's starting his campaign, that he's going to create this toxic environment that happened in 2016, and that's going to cost us the election and get Donald Trump reelected. That's my only concern about this. Otherwise, I mean, Bernie is the best candidate. If he doesn't win the nomination, my plea is for everyone to not have, for everyone to band together and go behind whoever the Democratic nominee is. If we unite as one, we can win. There's no attempting to turn Trump supporters to our side. It most likely won't work, unfortunately. So the way you win is through policy, logic, reasoning, and voter turnout. If you don't go out to vote, Donald Trump wins. Period. Donald Trump could win with even lower numbers than he has right now if you don't go out and vote. So as it stands right now, we have to do our part to see if we can get Bernie as the Democratic nominee. But if he doesn't win, that's fine. We will choose the next best candidate. Because, I mean, as of right now, Donald Trump is an abysmal candidate. He cannot be president, or he should not be president. let's make him a one-term president. And let's be honest, if Bernie gets on the debate stage against Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders would mop the floor with him. I mean, Donald Trump is literally scared of someone like Bernie Sanders. He didn't even want to debate him one-on-one when he wasn't even a presidential candidate. So I think that Bernie Sanders is one of the best bets we have of defeating Donald Trump. And that is why I'm going to throw my full support around Bernie Sanders as of this moment. And I urge you guys to do the same. If you, I mean, of course, if you think that his ideas are good, or if you agree with his policies, if you think that Medicare for all is good, if you care about the environment, if you want to kind of curb or eliminate this corporate welfare, then yeah, Bernie should be the #1 candidate. He is the progressive candidate still, in my opinion. And we'll be monitoring this race, and hopefully we'll see a Democratic nominee, Bernie Sanders. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, why don't you hit that big red subscribe button and ring that little bell so that you get notifications when our videos go live. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/adifficulttruthofficial. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/adifficulttruth. And if you want to listen to our podcast, it's on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/adifficulttruth. I'll leave all the links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!